Hello, good evening all. The next session, it's a panel discussion. The title of the panel discussion is Expert Perspective, Challenges and the Way Forward. For this session, as a moderator, I would like to request Dr. C.V. Patak sir and Dr. Baban Pawar sir.
Thank you, Dr. Vaidya. Very warm good evening to everybody. I request the back bystanders to sit down. Also, thank you, Jivan, for moderating such a informative and interactive discussion from all regional experts. We really gained very valuable insights and challenges and effective solutions also, and it was a kind of diverse experience. I am grateful to all the technical experts. I am proud that they are all from VIP. Now it's time to take the challenges, solutions to the expert advice to the next level, as we are calling upon the experts. I again welcome you to the second session of our panel discussion, themed Challenges and the Way Forward. Actually, the past 6 months were incredibly challenging with unprecedented mortality issues, diseases and immunity breakdown and all gut health issues also. Let's find solutions with our experts. I'd like to invite senior experts to share their thoughts. Let's welcome them with a big applause. Dr. P.K. Shukla sir. Dr. P.K. Shukla sir, President, Indian Poultry Science Association, former Joint Commissioner, Animal Husbandry, Government of India, and Head of the Department, Poultry Science Department, Head of the Department Poultry Science, Mathura Veterinary College. Our second expert, Dr. Gunashekharan. Dr. Gunashekharan is a Managing Director, Optima Poultry Private Limited, Coimbatore, and renowned expert in poultry and poultry nutritionist. Our next expert, Dr. Ajay Chalikwar, National Technical Head, Iris Life Solutions, Bangalore. He is expert in biologicals and is based at Hyderabad. I would like to call upon our next expert, Dr. Muthu Selvan, Managing Director, Provate Pharma. Sorry, he is not there. I would like to call upon Dr. Shirish Nigam, President, INFA, Managing Director, EW Nutrition, Southeast Asia. He is expert on international market. The last panelist, I would like to call upon my friend, Dr. Gopal Reddy. He is Marketing Head, Lexington India Limited. He is also expert on soft skill development. A warm welcome to all experts. I would like to start with Dr. P.K. Shukla, sir. Sorry. Yes. It was first name. I would like to call upon Dr. Anil Fadke, sir, Founder Director of AJ Poultry Nashik and renowned poultry health expert and a guiding force for all VIPians. Please welcome him with applause. I would like first question, or I would like to seek suggestion, Dr. P.K. Shukla sir, that last meeting also, and we had a webinar also, there our concerns were about the HPI situation and HPI vaccine import. And This one part, and another part, I would like your advice on achieving the rationalization of tariff and permission for emergency import like maize, soya during the shortage. Please, P.K. Shukla.
Very pertinent question. In fact, these two are the burning topics nowadays. Number one, HPAI, which heavily is putting the sector in the losses. And second, whenever we need feed ingredient, how to ease out the market. This is what is our basic concern. Now looking at the options, firstly you need to see in HPAI what has been done in the past, what we can learn from the other countries, and how best strategies we can find it out. We experienced first outbreak of HPI right at the Maharashtra way back in 2006. That time, fortunately, unfortunately, that was also my period to be in the ministry. So right from beginning, what we have seen, if we need to protect our industry, we have to see some way out so that this disease should not propagate in our country. And that is why we have started with stamping out policy. But sooner or later, we could realize the disease cannot be taken away from our country and we have to live with it. So slowly and slowly, we have shifted our policies towards the success stories in the world. I tell you one story. In 2011, suddenly we received two calls, one from Vietnam, another from Thailand. Vietnam, the plight was immediately after having the outbreak, they switched over to the vaccination policy. And then they were looking at us to see for some exit policy to it. So it was a surprise to me. When FAO coordinated our visit, we proceeded for a study tour for both the countries. In both the countries, the production systems were different. Why I am telling you? Because whenever policy decisions are being taken, necessary considerations are underway and it has to be considered. Vietnam, mostly duck production, and that too in a nomadic way. On contrary, Thailand, a very high integrated operation so far poultry production is concerned. So one, it was production by masses. The other country which had a model, it was production in mass. Very easy to control in the countries like Thailand, any emergent situation, because every database is available with you. At the same time, the government of Thailand goes for an X-ray surveillance of avian influenza. At our country, it is almost passive surveillance. X-ray surveillance means they have decided some period, time period, and they go to all the nodal and focal points to have a surveillance. No point is taken out, no relaxation. So this is how they know the first-hand information if anything is being cropping up in their country. On contrary, Vietnam, totally dependent on Chinese vaccine. Sometimes they inducted it. Later they could realize it's a heavy economic burden on our farmers. So how to get rid of it now? India, we are having a combination of both. We have backyard also and we have sophisticated integrated operations also. So our strategy should be different. Now all veterinarians are sitting over here. At one point of time, the entire industry felt LPI is existing with us. Let us allow the vaccination of LPAI. With lot hue and cry, government has permitted this. But all speculations and projections failed, which everybody knows. How many of us are now advocating the vaccination with LPAI? Similar is the situation with HPAI, but with a great alert. Still, government is considering it. But this is what in the morning I talked about. Do we have some backup material with us? Do we have some reports with us so as to make our case strong? Even I understand, because sitting at a Government of India, I could realize there are many more prevalences in our country of certain diseases, but they are not under our reporting system. So whenever you come to us, we want to import the vaccine, naturally the government asks, show us the evidences that disease is prevalent in our country. And nowhere we get the evidences or data. Why? We are working in a federal structure. For all disease reporting, we are dependent on the state governments. And whenever any disease prevalence is there, neither it is reaching up to the state government, and if at all it is reaching, it is not in the way when it could make a part of disease reporting system. So again we fail on that account. Can we think of something like, if any disease outbreak is there, let us get it reported? Because sometimes our interest is also involved. Say for example, ILT. Everybody knows it is prevalent, but there is no disease reporting. Chicken infectious anemia, no reporting. At the same time, ILT, again it is a notifiable disease. So sometimes we think once we are reporting, it will go to the international scene, because Government of India has to declare it, this is a notifiable disease. So we need to see a balance, and this is what I feel organizations and professional organizations like VIP can create some database with you, some standard operating procedure. This is what I said, disaster management. I mean that. Once avian influenza is there, can we consider it under that head, and can we think of something which, and our advocacy can it be, go to the Government of India for negotiations. Number two, for maize and soya, earlier the practices were, I give you an example. Somewhere in 2008, when maize prices were going high, at that point of time, we received one information and a proper representation from NECC that maize prices are going high and we need to have some maize at a subsidized cost or allow us to import the maize. Matter has been taken up with the Ministry of Commerce, but at that point of time we had some advantage because our minister was common for agriculture, for consumer affairs and also for food processing industry. So common minister was there, so file के movement में कहीं कोई दिक्कत नहीं था. At some point of time, I proposed as Joint Commissioner that whatever maize is available in FCI's warehouses, it should be given to the industry. After a detailed deliberation, it was made okay, and at that point of time, we decided that we should give this material, this maize which is available with us, to the industry at a minimum support price at which we have procured it. When everything has been approved, everything has been done, I sent a flash message to all the organizations in the country that now maize at the cost it has been procured is available to you. After 3 days, when my secretary asked me what is the situation, I tried to get the information from different states and FCI, nobody came forward to have that maize. When we asked for, they said, sir, bazaar mein se sasta mil raha hai. Think of the situation when things have been eased out. Now, suddenly we got another information that hoarding is a practice and sometimes forward trading is also going on. Came up with a solution when we decided in-house meeting in the ministry that let us write to Ministry of Commerce only to allow the import on OGL. Late evening, our minister talked to the Commerce Minister and things have been stabilized. That import of maize has also been permitted. But after 3 months, when we tried to gather the information from Ministry of Commerce, because we were very happy the moment we published that maize import is allowed, immediately within 15 days maize prices were, it came down and those were stabilized. After 3 months, when we tried to have the information from Ministry of Commerce, information came, not even a single kg has been imported in this country. See, this is how the things are moving. And sometimes somebody is required to keep this information. And that was purely on the basis that hoarding was going on. And the moment OGL पे हमने मेज का परमिशन किया इंपोर्ट करने का, जो अंदर रखा था मेज वो सब बाहर आ गया. So exactly we don't know the situation. The wings and the bearers, those who are in the helm of affairs, if they can keep, this is how what I was talking about, marketing intelligence. If sufficient material is available with us or not, nobody tells about this. What we are talking about, whatever maize is grown in our country, 50% of it is required by the poultry. This is what is going on. Another speculation for these ingredient. Alcohol के लिए maize divert हो गया. Now DDGS is available to us. Nobody thought of what processing we are doing. Whether that DDGS is compatible to be used as a feed ingredient in our country. You can see the situation right now. So speculations are different, realities are different. And this dots can be connected with the organizations like what we are doing over here. So can we see, can we foresee, can we club these issues together and we can develop our own system, a very structured system to gather the information and to be a part of policy. So two things. One, when we want to negotiate either in terms of import of vaccine or in terms of allowing export and import of feed ingredient, can we develop some basic database? And once you go with that, yes, government is always there to help. And this is what always with proud I say it to the government at different forum. And you can see the records of our standing parliamentary committee also, wherein we have mentioned that poultry sector is such a sector which doesn't need any financial support. But what we need is only the congenial policies to grow. And that has been largely appreciated by the then chairperson of standing parliamentary committee. So this is how we can think over it. I'll cut short. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Pawar.
Thank you, sir. Our industry is of 1.5 crore, 1.5 lakh crore, 50 lakhs crore. We have done a lot of things on back end, like R&D, production efficiencies since, say, 30, 40 years. Right from 2 FCR to 1.4 FCR, 1.3 FCR, sometimes 1.25 FCR. But we have done very minimum, my question is to Phadke sir, we have done very minimum or very less or very on advertisement of our product. As we know, we are the protein producers and at the reasonable cost, which our country is deficient of protein. We have a good example of Amul in front of us, which is related to our industry. Where we are lagging behind, you know, we are best in production side. We, as someone from earlier panel has raised the point, we haven't done a single efforts in advertising our product. Right from, I can say, north to south, we have done a lot of things on production. If we generate the demand, things can be changed over the period, you know, like, you know, oversized birds and blah, blah, blah. We have neglected our consumer, we have neglected our end user. We thought that our consumer is trader instead of human being. See, what we should do and what next things has happened, you know, what we should do next 5 years, next 10 years, as whole, as we have, you know, since last 7-8 months, we have lost more than 1,000 crores. Am I right, Deshpande sir? Whole of India, more than 1,000 crores, you know, because of lack of demand, because of maybe different things. What we should do? Phadke sir.
I think you yourself have answered the question. We are doing very least on marketing. That's the facts. What we are doing for marketing? We are selling. We are happy to sell the birds to traders, and traders do the for them to retailer and to the wet market. And that too also we have taken the advantage of the genetic progress, nutritional progress of growing the birds to 3.5 kg and the overproduction and the burden to the system. So most of the, in earlier discussions, somebody were talking about the biosecurity and all that. Practically, where was biosecurity? In the summer this month, this year, on the RD farm, we are placing chicks on second day after liquidation, and we are talking about the biosecurity. So all the industry stalwarts and the stakeholders have to sit together and have to decide the control the production or demand. Yes, certainly we have to work on the marketing and the good chicken and the dressed chicken, and that has to come in the coming days, like Lucius and the next generation or the future generations are like for that product. We still have market for the live birds. We still have the market for the weight that is major, 80-90%. And they are different class of consumers. But we are losing customers from the poor to very rich. Or the childrens were the ones very favorite of chicken eaters. Or every children will go to a hotel, will order for chicken tikka. But nowadays, I think the situation has changed, and we ourselves are to blame, or we are taking the consumers, our end users at the right. That is the certain, and the solution is there. All industry stakeholders have to sit together and take a decision to sell say 2.5 kg, 2.2 kg, 1.5 kg. And make the consumer happy, and that will take a long time. It's not pitching. I don't think they are discussing many meetings or many association meetings. Nor they did some agitations against IB group to sell that 2.2, 2.2. Everybody gave letter and agreed, but nothing happened. So no concrete is and there is no control, no government control. Government can't sell. You don't sell 4 kg or 2.5 kg. Here some government, our college, one Nagpur Veterinary College did research and told 2.5 kg is better. So who is going to accept that? So it's our industry question, and we have to understand it and we have to solve it. And no external forces can do anything for us.
Yes, thank you, sir. Nigam, sir. What efforts we should do to generate the demand?
No, I think few days back, Dr. Dinesh Bhosle has asked this question because he was running a LinkedIn post. So, for the benefit of the audience, as we have the less time, I would like to read what I have written after talking to all the stalwarts. So, good evening to all the fellow vets, and thanks for inviting me as INFA president. So, we as Fadke have said, we have to split the industry timelines into short term, mid term, long term, which is very obvious, we all know. Short term means 0 to 3 months. First thing is that we have to do crisis stabilization. We should not do any financial losses. किसी भी व्यापार में, like Dr. Pandey, Ajay Deshpande presented, like learning, if you remove the L, which is earning. So we are in the business to earn money. Profit may be less, more, depending on the season, reason, and sometimes for a short time may be negative, but at the end of the year, balance sheet should be positive. Otherwise, we will not be bankable. And new employee, when you join, they also check like you check the CIBIL score of employee, they also check the solvency of the company. What are the roots and financial capitalization of the company? So what we need to do is that first, stop financial losses and restore market confidence. Now, what to do as an organization for us? Coordinate chick placement and production volumes, which is very difficult, I know. Launch nationwide consumer awareness campaign on poultry's health and affordability. I was in one of the investors conference where Abhishek Negi, who's running a small company called Egos, he came and he presented one slide. What is the vision, Mr. Negi, of your company? He said, I would like to make my company Amul of India. If there's a brand of milk in India, and if there's a brand of underwear in India, if there's a brand of hotels in India, why we don't have the national brand of chicken or egg? So it is requiring capital and time. Who will feed this capital and time? Then we need to do, some emergency working capital for farmers and integrator. So here what we should do, we should demand from government only three things. Since I am working for IMFA for last 2 years and before for many organizations, one thing I would like to say, government can give us an ecosystem and capital. And courage as an entrepreneur already we all have. So what we need to do, create a white paper, force the government in such a way, with the democratic way, I mean to say, with the livelihood of so many people and the national, food safety security, so that government is bound to look this sector as a priority sector and is ready to give us the capital at the low cost. Because we cannot invest our high cost capital, working capital, into the business development or marketing. Marketing is 8 to 10 years of affair. I fully agree with Dr. Phadke, sir. Then the medium term, we have to do diversify risk and strengthen operational foundation. Like we have seen IBM was having two businesses. One was of the memory and another was of the chip. Memory business they closed and the chip business they still continue and they are making money. Why? Because the operational excellence was there in that business. So internationally all the companies, those who are even in the same environment with the same challenge, some company makes more money, some less because of operational excellence. So I see that we have to expand operational excellence, like how? Expand into value-added products. Like for example, I did a survey in Delhi, Gurgaon and in Chandigarh, and I found that there is no gym in that cities are having the advertisement of even a local poultry producer. Gold Gym is there, Anytime Fitness is there, no poster was there. But surprisingly, we discovered Amul has come into the market of whey protein. And Amul was putting, if you want to build muscle from curd to protein, here comes the product portfolio. And they are giving t-shirts also to the gym goer. So there we are missing. The last point is the long term, which is 1 to 3 years. Here we have to do structural transformation. Now in the structural transformation, one thing I would like to say, I am not a practicing integrator. What is my knowledge is by collecting from all the seniors or talking to the people. So it was a survey which is a summary of that. How we create OI compliant disease-free zones for exports. Even for India, we can export the material from one place to another place. Second, how we create a database. Because in government, like I was working with Alka Upadhyay ji, secretary till 2 years. Suddenly, 10 days back, she has been transferred and a new person has come. I invited him for my conference, 18th on the AGM. Then the new AES has asked me one question. This poultry industry, why people produce this only for 45 days? He was asking this question. Because many officers have given him file what is the broiler cycle. So the IS who is going to lead, he is asking this question. So we are not having any white paper. Different company, different associations give different information. And some officers, they don't have skin in the game. They play with these facts and data. So urge is here, we can make a big federation and certain chapters should be contributed by each expert. And then those chapters are combined in the form of a white paper book, which we should assertively force the government, negotiate with the people, eye to eye. Darne ka baat nahi, eye to eye. Because we are creating employment, generating business and paying tax. Last point which I would like to say is, we should partner with tech providers. How we use technology, artificial, AI, everybody says AI, but India is a high cost company, market. So any new capex is a challenge to the farming community. But there are many new technologies which can be, used, which eventually reduce the cost. Thus, in this way, we will create data, we create efficiency, we create branding, Dr. Saab, and we will be able to definitely make this business profitable. I have always seen this bottle of water can be sold here at 8 rupees, in the film theater at 20 rupees, and somewhere at 30 rupees. So same water. What is required is the place is changing. We are now selling it to trader. वो place गलत है. How we graduate from that place to the another place? जो आदमी हमको सही कीमत दे सके. So I am very much confident. जितना भी दिन मेरा बचा 20 साल, जो भी 18 साल करियर का, I am sure कि मुर्गे से लोग बहुत पैसा कमाएंगे. I am very positive about it. Egg has come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shri sir. My same question is to Dr. Gopal. How we can follow path of Amul in terms of advertisement, in terms of generating, consumption?
Okay. Good evening. Thanks for having me here. May not be directly to your question. The Sunday Hoya Monday ad, has it helped in increasing the egg consumption? Right. So what the message we can get from this is a good jingle, a beautiful ad which can directly connect to the audience should be made on chicken also. In fact, that ad received the best advertisement some years ago. Competing with top MNCs ads, this ad got the award for the best. So my first suggestion would be to have one extremely scientific ad with lot of emotion, energy and spirit in the ad, like jingle, like Sunday Hoya Monday. If you tell the first sentence, all the kids will tell the remaining part of the jingle. So my suggestion is, one is we should have one beautiful ad on chicken. Number two is that approximately 1 crore people are working, sir, in poultry sector. Approximately, directly, indirectly, yeah. 125. My suggestion is that every organization should make it mandatory for the employee to wear a T-shirt, where chicken and egg good for health. Ask me why. So that type of T-shirt they should wear on that day, whether they are in official work or personal work, if they are traveling in train, buses, flight and all that. I'm sure, some of the people sitting next to you, definitely they will ask you. I have so many misconceptions about chicken production, egg production, things like that. Maybe you will have a lot of time, sitting with him for an hour or two. Sometimes in trains and all, you have a lot of time to explain how scientifically chicken and egg is produced. By that way, you can reach maximum number of people, and also you will come to know some of the reasons why they have stopped chicken also eating. You will be surprised to know some people have stopped it for various reasons which we may not know, because they don't just express, they just stop eating. They don't tell the reason. So I think that is the second one. The third one is the chicken consumption. My personal opinion, people eat because of the taste, not because of protein or anything. If you continue to be in that segment like a sustenance, chicken is for sustenance. If you are continue to be there, that product can be replaced. Easily it can be replaced. So bring in an element of health, wellness, protein is required every day, these type of things to make it scientific basis eating, what we call mindful eating. You're eating it for not just for taste and sustenance, but also for the health and wellness. Our ad also should be based on that. Something like that, these are some of the things which comes to my mind. But I go to many platforms, we only discuss about the problem, we don't discuss about the solution. We know that, marketing we are not doing, but I don't know why we again and again talk about we are not doing marketing. We know we are not doing marketing, but what we should do, we should discuss. And every association, every platform should only discuss solutions. We know, maybe the moderator can reframe his question. I know that marketing we are not doing. What are the solutions? He should ask. That is a better way. And for that ad, too much of money is required. So every platforms, every association should come forward and have one individual corpus fund for it and work on a beautiful ad like Sunday Hoya Monday. Thank you.
Sir, once we accept that we are not much involved in marketing process. Funds can be managed. As I said, we are 1,50,000 crore industry. First of all, we should accept the accept the things that we have done least towards marketing our product. Funds can be managed. Funds can be done in terms of advertisement, like what Amul is doing. That's what I feel. But we have to advertise our product. There is no solution. We have done enough on back end. We have done much R&D, and we'll do it because we are hardcore veterinarians. But we are poor marketing fellows. Let's accept it. And we have the best product available, Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's true, but don't forget, broiler chicken is commodity. What business we are doing is a commodity business. So don't forget it. The marketing strategies and marketing will improve. That's the long-term, very long-term strategy. For immediate revival, we have to control the body weight, control the production, because it's a commodity, demand and supply. It's a one day, for 4 days, if there is short supply, the rate will shoot to 125. And regarding the sitting and reducing the body weight, or the body weight to 2.2, I just remember a year back, VH is a leader in the poultry industry. They took the decision that they achieve it in one or 2 months. They came to 2.1, 2.2. So it's not achievable. It is grudge in operator's mind. That we have to remove. That's the key. Because VH like a big company, big integration, they must be doing 30, 40 lakhs in Nashik. They came their body weight to 2.2 in 2 months. They sold for some throwaway price for a brief period or something like that, but they brought it. So it's not achievable, it's it's a grudge in the mind of the operators. That we have to remove.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Our next question is to Dr. Chalikwar, sir. Last 6 months have seen a lot of diseases. So it also, along with whatever solutions or treatment everybody was trying to find, but there was a lot of confusion about the vaccinations in breeder also and broiler also. So your observations, please.
Yes, right. Good evening, all. A lot of discussion has been happened over HPA. My very minute observation is, I'm sorry if I'm hurting anyone's sentiment. Irrespective of 2.5, even in breeder 3.5 vaccinations of HP, if at all they are somebody doing, very few cases we have got HI titers of 4. To get full protection, you need at least 6 HI units, then only you will get full protection. One more point what I have observed is, after the last vaccination, whenever if some problem is coming within 12 weeks of the last vaccination, mortalities are negligible and without any clinical symptoms. But if they are beyond 12 weeks, in many cases we are getting lot of issues, like drop in egg production as well as in mortalities. And one more important point is, see, any vaccine's main purpose is to reduce the virus shedding as well as to protect from the appearance of the clinical symptoms. But due to the change in the different clades or lineage, there should be completely homologous protection. Then if it is not taking place, the birds will act as a silent transmitters. The birds will act as a silent transmitter, and in any case, there may be appearance of clinical symptoms or mortalities. This is what I am observing. Another major issues what we observed parallel to the HP is ND, velogenic form of ND, and we have done many cases. We have done RFLP alpha genotyping, and we have got genotype 13 in many of the cases where there is very high mortality. We have seen mortality in up to 85% also. So huge mortalities in the ND, and typical mango shaped eggs we have found in the laying, which typically starts after 24-25 weeks and it lasts up to 35 weeks, and the drop is from 10% to 35-40%, huge drop, and it will not gain the production from it drop. This is one. Another one is in broilers particularly, we have got many cases related with nephritis. And this is actually, which we have not isolated anything, but this is considered as Malaysian strains, and it is called as KEDA fetal kidney syndrome virus, which is of Bunia virus, which is very close, or I don't say close, but distant of Birna virus, like IBD. So we have got that, and there is typical symptoms like inflamed kidneys, visceral gout, and fragile liver and enlarged liver, and pale colored hearts, which were very typical. Even we have seen completely white bone marrows. When we slip the bones, we see completely white or even yellowish bone marrows. So this is the general situation. And IBH, as Dr. Shaitan Sigrato told, multifactorial, lot of cases of toxicities, mycotoxins. So these are the things. So unless we have a proper approach to the biosecurity and very strict control of vaccination, we cannot achieve the goal. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor. My next question is Dr. Gunashekaran. Last 6 months, whatever diseases we found, everybody suffered, but there were somewhere underlying feeling that there is a lot of gut health issues and immunity due to feed toxicity or some whatever you can say additives are not working or some drugs are not working. So what best from nutrition we can offer for countering such a situation next year?
Good evening. When prevailing disease challenges and many issues have been faced by industry, it's very tricky question. So you, by nutrition, yes, by balanced nutrition, you can improve the immunity. For example, amino acid balancing, many things are immunonutrition, many things are talked about. The first and foremost thing is giving the precise nutrition. So what's happening in our industry, sometimes we give excess of nutrients, sometimes we give less. Which is required, we are giving less. Which is not required, we are giving more. So somebody was talking in earlier panel, keeping enough inventory. Okay, that is the biggest challenge which I am facing. So how frequently we need to change the formula in the feed mill? Are we changing as and when we have time, as and when it is required? So as a nutritionist could get constant nutritive profile of raw material at particular interval. Whether you may work on mode, median, any sort of mean, any sort of mode. But we need to receive the raw material status, raw material profile constantly to the nutritionist so that the precise nutrition can be formulated. Number one. Number two, all the producers, their willingness to grow, their readiness to grow is very high than the infrastructure capability of the government. There are many feed mill, I could say, they produce mash feed in the pellet mill because they want to produce more. So they have very good feed mill without feed, very good feed mill, but they don't have very good laboratory setup. To question ourselves, how many of us have enough quality control support laboratory in our feed mill? For example, is it frequently tested? Immunity challenges, yes, mycotoxin is the biggest problem. And people say that I have a mycotoxin, should I use toxin binder more, or how to take steps to receive raw material without mycotoxins? Which approach is better? Keeping mycotoxin in the feed and adding toxin binder more, this will be a stress to the bird. Again, it will weaken the immunity again. So many holistic approach to address, but very safest approach when disease challenge is more, you reduce the density of the dough. Make your bird glow stronger. Then that can support your disease issues. And as again I told you, when the ambition to grow faster, the availability of the farms, there are enough biosecurity issues, all puts a lot of challenges in formulating the precise nutrition of the bird. If you reduce the excess nutrients to be fed to the bird or you avoid the deficiency, then the precise nutrition will help to fight the disease better. That is in my opinion.
Thank you, doctor.
One more observation as per this chicken anemia virus is concerned. As we are doing a regular basis, a lot of services related with serology, what we have observed in the breeders particularly, irrespective of vaccination, in many cases we are getting bird CAV seropositive, and the titers are ranging from 3,000 to up to 5,000 also. So what certain experts are suggesting to go for one CAV vaccination around 16 to 18 weeks. So that will protect against the CAV in the parent flock as well as it will protect to the progeny chicks also. This is my opinion.
Thank you. My next question is to Dr. Phadke sir. You have been, as an integrator, you have been always stick to basics. And we have seen last 6 months that lot of proactiveness for controlling diseases was there, and everybody lost, means somewhere 18% mortality, somewhere 30%, somewhere in 12%. We have seen a range of mortality. So what is your advice? Next year, everybody is saying right now things have settled down, but next year again everybody is speculating that same situation will come. What will be your advice as an integrator?
My advice will be the available square foot for the contract farming and the what number of chicks we are placing and the number of days for liquidation is in proportionate. So it's a pressure on the system. So we can't follow. We know everything theory about the biosecurity, everything, rest, but we are not, practically we are not able to follow it because the system is under pressure. Why did they put the chicks on the second day on RD farm? Because chicks were lying in the hatchery. So unless we follow the basics of the number, this situation may continue in the future. Because since why this situation arise? Because in the previous year, in the summer, broiler rates were very good. So everybody wanted to reach the harvest or the cream. So everybody put the increase by 20%, 25%, 30%. And in spite of 20, 25, 30% mortality, rates didn't cross 90, 95, 100 or no lucrative rates we got during the summer months, maybe for a brief a week period. So that is the basic. The husbandry poultry sheds available and the available chicks, they are in proportionate. They are more than that. So unless we reduce the placement or to control the production, the problem will be continue. The major second point comes to mind is our hatchery vaccinations. Most of the operators they have shifted to hatchery vaccinations. So that's also we have to review. If you use it for the two consecutive or three years, and what are the results and what are the consequences? Those vaccines are good. I won't comment on any vaccines, but we have to review the situation. And the field vaccines of the Lasota during the summer months, it's really required, because the vector vaccine they give the immunity. The theory says they give the immunity on 18 days, and the field challenge is very high. And we are not doing the priming of Lasota or any protection. And 18 days is a quite out of 42 days, 18 days the birds are open. It's quite a period, quite challenging period. So all that have to sit the scientists and the industry experts. We have to sit and review the vaccination schedule. That's my sincere opinion. And one more point regarding the HPI. I think Dr. Kolankar during CLAFMA pressed for we should go for the HPI vaccines. I endorse his views. And now the coastal Andhra has declared, many places has declared, so we have a data also. and we can't control the migratory birds. That is the major point. Nobody can control the migratory birds. There is no restriction on migratory birds. And they say area like Alibag in Maharashtra, for 4 consecutive years they are suffering. It is not reported because some like Shukla sir sold, we controlled it or we didn't report it. But the problem is there for 4 years, and we have to accept that there is a problem. And if we get the legalized vaccine, that will be very helpful for the industry. So that is the major thing. I think that's the situation.
Thank you, sir. Anybody has to add?
No, I just want to add one point. I know timekeeper is saying. Again and again, without prejudice, I am saying we are all a veterinarian in the room. We try to solve every problem with what we have learned as a veterinarian. Now the problem is definitely in production or production process, that is fine. But our major problem is we are not, हम अपने माल का सही दाम नहीं ले पा रहे हैं. That is the statement of problem. We are not getting the right price for our produce, which is excellent quality. So this requires more activity. जो Dr. Reddy ने बोला, we should think about solution in this room. So I urge the President Saab of VIP to arrange some kind of a, chicken marketing summit or something where the brainstorming should happen on moving up in the value chain. There will be contrarian views also, there will be supportive views also. But from somewhere we have to start. And how, Dr. Pawar, you said capital का कोई problem नहीं आ जाएगा. मैं थोड़ा सा respectfully आपसे disagree करता हूँ. When we go for an event or do something like this, I am surprised to see there was always seen that support from all the quarters has not come in Delhi at least. People have come for a cause during the Congress government, and suddenly next day rates become very good. In the next day 11 o'clock meeting, very few people were there. I am telling you, because at that time I was behind the scene with other seniors. I was preparing a lot of inputs for them, but I saw next day meeting only 3 people were there. And we were meeting the finance minister at that time, Mr. Chidambaram. So my request will be, we have to make small steps, small projects, but concretely we should make, and we should bring outsource expertise. बाहर से कुछ विद्वान को लेके आए और चिकन को फैमिली प्रोटीन बनाएं. That is what I see.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, please.
Can we have one resolution? All vets are here. Can we make one resolution that at least we can document and place on record the disease mapping across the country?
Yeah.
You do have sufficient data with you. Everybody is a licensed practitioner. Your voice is equal to what state government says. Can we have something like disease mapping in different corners of country? If so, I think all problems will be solved. If you demand any vaccine, if you demand any remedy from the government, you do have a sufficient evidence of it. So if you can do that, I think perhaps it will be a preliminary stage to advance further, demand with force, demand with evidences. So if this can be done, I think it's wonderful. But at least entire disease mapping, if it is coming on record, I think that will serve a lot more purposes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Again, paucity of time. I feel with experts, it's a good takeaway message. Take good care of immunity through nutrition, improve management, and use quality additives and biologicals. We can effectively handle the challenges in coming days. With this, I conclude this panel discussion, and I will hand over to Dr. Vaidya.
Thank you, Pathak sir. At the end, not to forget, just a minute, sir. Just a minute. Your felicitation is pending. Thank you, our panelist and CB Pathak sir, for this session. I will declare the end of this session. The few tasks are pending. One felicitation, then souvenir launch, lifetime achievement award, and sponsors and dignitaries need to be felicitated. 2-3 tasks. Those we will complete in next, say, 20-30 minutes. Thank you all panelists. I would like Dr. VRK sir and Pradeep Linge to felicitate the panelist, Dr. Pankaj Shukla sir. Dr. VRK sir and Dr. Pradeep Linge to felicitate Pankaj Shukla sir. तुम्ही उभे राहिलात तरी चालेल सर. Next, Dr. Prakash Babu and Anju ma'am. Yeah. Big round of applause, please. Thank you, sir. Next is, I would like to call upon Dr. Fadke sir to felicitate Fadke sir. I would request Dr. Prakash Babu and Anju ma'am. Next from audiences, I would like to call upon Manoj Badguzar sir, Dinesh Pawar sir. I would like to call upon Dr. Gunashekar sir to felicitate Gunashekar sir, Dr. Manoj Badguzar sir and Dr. Dinesh Pawar. From audiences, Dr. Prakash Gosavi and Dr. Nilesh Raut. From audiences next, Jaideep Sarkar and Sujit Kulkarni. I would like to request Pawan Pawar sir to join with Jaideep sir. You are turning on that. Okay. Please, please. Dr. Gunash, sir, please. To felicitate Gopal Reddy sir, Dr. Jaideep Sarkar and Sujit Kulkarni. Come again. Dr. Sujit is there? We'll request Pawan Pawar sir to join with Jaideep Sarkar to felicitate Shirish Nigam sir. Sorry, Gopal Reddy sir. Sorry, it's a mismatch. Sorry. felicitate Dr. Ajay Chalikwar sir, please. Would request CV Patak sir and Nilesh Raut sir. Dr. Nilesh Raut sir. Next from audiences, Dr. Sanjeev Jain and Dr. Venkat Shelke. I would like to request Dr. Sivi Patak to be on the stage. Yeah, being a moderator, it's our responsibility to facilitate you also. I would like to request Dr. Venkat Shelke and Sanjeev Jain sir to facilitate Sivi Patak sir, please. Dr. Amar Dumar. Next moderator, Dr. Pawar sir. Undegawkar sir, please come on. Dr. Pawar sir is being felicitated by Dr. Amar Kumar and Undegawkar sir. After this, the group photo, all panelists and the moderator launch. For the souvenir launch, I would like to request office bearers, Ajay sir, Dr. Santosh Shire sir, Dr. Jeevan, Anju ma'am, Ranade sir, please. A big round of applause, please. A big round of applause. We are inaugurating our souvenir. Thank you. Thank you to all panel members and the office bearers to be on dais.